Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Moving Right Along, a Muppet movie podcast brought to you by toughpigs.com. It's the podcast where we watch Muppet Treasure Island 2 minutes at a time and talk about it a lot. I'm your host, Anthony Strand.
And I'm your other host, Ryan Rowe.
And we are joined today by a return guest, an old friend. Old friend, who are you?
I'm Erik Browne.
Hello.
Classic
Hi.
Tough Pigs forum and Tough Pigs Discord pal, Erik Browne. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you.
And Erik is joining us for minutes 91 and 92 of Muppet Treasure Island. In these minutes, Jim Hawkins and Long John Silver say their final goodbyes. And we start actually in the middle of those final goodbyes. We started this scene last week, and we begin here with Long John rowing away as sad music plays.
Yeah, it occurred to me in this one, how long do you think it took him to transport those treasure chests onto this boat?
All by himself.
Exactly, because he was having all the other pirates do it in the previous scenes. They were the ones lugging these big treasure chests across the beach. But now, yeah, he got these treasure chests into the boat all by himself somehow.
Ropes and pulleys.
Yeah, right. There you go. But as we talked about in the book, it takes like multiple days to load up all the treasure.
Yeah.
So, but that's the difference between a book and a movie for you.
Yeah.
You know, things will just like happen.
Cut to, later that night.
Yes. Now the task is completed.
Yeah.
But then Long John calls out to Jim and tosses him back his dad's compass and says, "It's a shame, really. We'd have made a great team, Jim."
I liked his toss. It had a little wrist action to get the loft, to get it back to Jim.
Yeah, I guess it has to be
get up onto the what is he on the shore though, right? He's not on the ship.
He's in the boat and he's throwing it up to the ship.
No, I mean Jim is on the ship. Yeah, right.
Yeah. He's on the ship. Yeah. So it has to be believable that it's not actually accidentally gonna kerplunk in the water.
Yeah, hit the side of the ship.
Oh, that would be bad. I've mentioned this before, but I'm just kind of fascinated by the fact that this was co-written by James Hart, and so was Contact, which came out the year after this. And both of them have a compass as the significant item that passes back and forth between the protagonist and another character. I'm not sure if in both cases the compass was an addition for the movie. Remind me, Anthony, is there a compass in the book Treasure Island?
There is not there is mention of compasses, but there is no significant Jim's dad's compass.
Okay. So I wish I knew how to get in touch with James Hart, because I would ask him, like, did you just recycle this idea because you were working on both of these movies?
Well, and also, like, if it's in the Carl Sagan novel Contact, he was probably working on both of these scripts at the same time.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, he might have borrowed it from that novel for this movie.
That's true. If it's in there, Yeah, I read the book Contact in high school, but I do not remember whether or not the compass was in there.
You were not reading it for compass spotting purposes.
No, I was not preparing for a Contact 2 minutes at a time podcast.
Would you do that now? Would you do Contact 2 minutes at a time?
If somebody asked me to be their co-host on that, I would, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I'm the guy for that.
I don't think I want to produce and edit that one, but I would definitely talk about it.
No. Oh, hey, speaking of other podcasts, I got to tell you, we just re-listened to the Muppet Family Christmas episodes that Roz was in during our car trip home from Thanksgiving. And in there, Roz and I are talking about Phineas and Ferb. And you offhandedly say that we should host 104 Days of Summer Vacation, a Phineas and Ferb podcast. And now my kids are obsessed with that idea and want to actually do it.
Oh, wow. Well, they can host it with you.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
They were like bouncing around the house tonight talking about that. Oh, like after we finish all the Muppet movies, we should do that.
Oh, sure.
Well, Iris at least has experience with podcasts.
That's right.
Oh, yeah. She was a very popular guest on this show. Yeah.
Yeah, we listened. Well, that was how this whole thing started. We listened to that episode on our way to Thanksgiving, the new episode with Iris, which was new that week. And then on the way home, we listened to the family Christmas ones, some of them. Anyways, what about this? Muppet Treasure Island's not any of that stuff. Except, I mean, Iris was in that one. But in this one, then, Long John sails off into the mist and disappears as dramatic music plays.
Yeah, it's he doesn't just disappear into the fog. He actually sort of fades away.
Yeah.
Very dramatic.
Right. It's very much like Ice Cube at the end of Boys in the Hood.
Does he fade away like that?
Actually, yes, he does.
Okay.
And that's the only thing about this movie that reminds me of that movie, I think.
Probably.
I think that's the biggest similarity between the two.
I would be surprised if there was something else.
Listeners, remind us of other similarities. If Captain Smollett and Furious Styles, it remind me if Lawrence Fishburne says, I knew me, your dad. I'm a good man.
I was a good man.
What if that happened?
Yeah. Maybe. I don't know.
Boys in the Hood is awesome. We should watch that.
Okay. 2 minutes at a time?
Yeah, 2 minutes at a time. Yeah, and actually, the very next thing is that as Jim stands on the dock and looks like he's on the verge of tears, the camera pulls back, and who's standing next to him?
Kermit the Frog as Captain Smollett.
Kermit the Frog as Captain Smollett, who says...
And Gonzo, and Rizzo.
Right, Gonzo and Rizzo too, but first Kermit says, well done, Jim. Your father would be proud.
Yeah.
Which feels like a callback to, I knew your father, Jim. He was a good man.
Yeah.
Right? It's not just me?
No,
this is
I
the
think
payoff.
right. Yeah.
Yeah, bringing around to the circling around back to there. Yeah.
Yeah. And
he's wearing his uniform. Gonzo and Rizzo are in their pajamas, like we said last week, but Kermit's wearing his uniform. I guess it's not quite time for him to change into his pajamas yet.
Or maybe he just doesn't go out. Maybe much like at the end of Christmas Carol, maybe Kermit looked in the mirror, saw that his hair was a fright, waved it off, and then changed before he went out in his finest clothes anyway.
That's probably it. He was just visited by 3 ghosts.
What if they're just like, keep it up, Captain Smollett. You're doing a great job.
It takes 3 ghosts to tell him that.
Yep. They all said, you could come in and know me better, man. You're great. I'm proud of you, boy.
It would have been so much fun if they had figured out some way to plausibly bring back that character for this movie.
The Ghost of Christmas Present.
Yes.
Could have played Billy Bones, I think.
Yeah.
You know, he'd be well cast in that role, maybe.
Sure.
I don't know how we want to see him get that drunk, I suppose.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, he's kind of belligerent. But
yeah.
Maybe
he could have played Squire Trelawney.
There you go.
The elder Squire Trelawney.
The man in my finger has known 1,800 Christmases. That's, I guess he didn't. He's only known one Christmas. But you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Of the over 1,800 of my finger man's brothers have come before him.
There you go. Thank you for correcting that.
I don't know. Nothing means anything. But yeah, then like Eric said, Gonzo and Rizzo will walk up and just kind of nod solemnly as Kermit says, your father would be proud.
I want to know, why are they there?
I think just because this is the end of the movie. And, well, I think it's because of what's going to happen in a second, right? Where they say like, well, I guess no, because that's not the same scene, right? We fade to black before that.
No,
Yeah.
but you're giving a Doyleist explanation. I want the Watsonian.
The Watsonian explanation for why I think they just want to come support their friend is the Watsonian explanation.
But why are they even out there? Why aren't Gonzo and Rizzo in their bunks?
Did they all hear Long John shouting at Jim from the jolly boat, and it woke them up?
Maybe. I mean, he wasn't that loud.
I don't know.
Yeah. But we have one more friend who is with them. Samuel Arrow, Mr. Arrow, walks up and says that he has most distressing news. One of the jolly boats is missing, and I know for a fact that it was terribly unsafe. But here's my question about that. If he knew this boat was unsafe, why was it still there? Like, why didn't he dispose of it?
Yeah, it should at least be covered with caution tape or something.
Yeah.
Whatever the equivalent would be.
Doesn't seem like Mr. Arrow to just leave an unsafe boat out for anyone to
Jolly
use.
boat unsafe, do not use.
Right.
Yeah, and then I like how they all just kind of glance out to the ocean like, I wonder if he's going to drown.
Yeah, it's very...
They don't look worried, really.
No, yeah, they just kind of look, quizzical.
Yeah.
But before we find out what happens, we fade to black, and then we see Long John attempting to bail out the boat as it sinks.
That's a great transition. The
It
fade
is.
to black, and then boom, Long John, daytime,
Yeah,
exterior,
right.
ocean.
Right. Yeah. It didn't start sinking immediately. Like I think that's a good touch that he's been out. He's not near them. He's not going to come back to the ship. He's just out on the ocean somewhere, and his boat is half sunk, and he is trying his little heart out to get it seaworthy again.
With a golden pot, which is one of the things that he stole. That's what he's using to try to bail the water out, which seems like kind of poetic justice in a way.
And Tim Curry is selling this.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, as always. And then he finally gives up and starts swimming to shore, swimming to an island. Will we see Long John again? Probably. You've seen this movie. You know that we will, listener.
He makes that noise as he gives up on the boat, like, ah.
Yeah.
That's fun.
That's true. It is. You just said his noise was fun, but we're going to get the opposite of that in a second. Because next we see some pig warriors. We're back on the ship. We see some pig warriors spinning Fozzie around on the steering wheel, and Fozzie says, "Waha! This is not fun."
Oh yeah.
So it felt like you set that up, but I don't think
I didn't mean to.
Of that. Yeah. Why do we think that they're torturing Fozzie for, like, what made them decide to do this?
Well, they live on an island, so this might be their first time on a ship. So maybe they're just kind of playing with it, like, oh, what does this do? Like, what happens if we spin this wheel really fast?
They've never seen a wheel before.
Maybe. I don't know.
That's possible, yeah, because Piggy came in on an elephant.
Yeah.
Elephants don't have wheels.
No, not that I'm aware of.
Normally they do not.
So, yeah, I think it's just like they're kids with a new toy.
Yeah, that's true. I thought maybe it was because Fozzie said something about Mr. Bimbo, and then they were just like,
Oh, well, yeah.
So
they blame him.
So they strung him up.
Yeah, any of us would have done the same.
I don't know. Is Fozzie just done with Mr. Bimbo now? Because he couldn't save them from the pirates?
Oh, you think that cured him?
He's like, Mr. Bimbo is I'm kicking him out.
Yep.
Yeah.
How do you evict a man from your finger?
Yeah. Just like how Prince John kicked Longchamps out in Adventures of Robin Hood, a movie Ryan recently saw.
A movie I have now seen, since we last talked about it on this podcast. And
yeah.
It was very
Which one is this?
The Adventures of Robin Hood from 1938 with Errol Flynn and Olivia de Havilland.
Basil Rathbone,
Claude Rains. Yes, Basil Rathbone.
Alan Hale Sr.
Yes.
Eugene Paletti.
Yeah.
It's just an all-star team. Una O'Connor. Man.
Una O'Connor is which character?
Una O'Connor is like the Lady Cluck. I don't remember her name, but she's
she was
Marion's
really
lady's maid. Yeah.
Yeah, she was funny.
Yeah. She's wonderful. I adore her.
Yeah. I highly recommend The Adventures of Robin Hood.
Yeah, which is streaming on Max, I assume.
I checked out a DVD from the library. Okay. I think it's on one of those, like maybe Tubi or Plex.
Yeah, that makes sense too.
Yeah.
But was it the DVD with the 2-disc with the Warner Brothers Night at the Movie at the start with the
I didn't watch all of
short
that stuff,
and the cartoon short and stuff.
It did have all that, yeah.
Yeah, I love those.
Yeah,
that was a great idea. What a time to be alive when they were putting out like a Warner Brothers Night at the Movies, and it's
the peak era of DVDs
theatrical program from 1938.
Yeah, so you can pretend that you're going to a movie theater. You got the newsreel and then the cartoon, and then it's great.
And like a live action short starring Robert Benchley or something.
Yes.
What a time! What a time!
What a time!
This movie didn't have any of that when it came out. It only had trailers for like First Kid.
You think that was the trailer that was with this
Mighty Ducks 3?
Probably. You know what they could do with a Muppet? I mean, who knows if there will ever be another Muppet movie again? But they could just do like a weird short that like the stuff that the Muppets used to do on variety shows, or like one of the weird Kuzbanian Muppet Show acts. They could just put a short at the beginning of a Muppet movie and release it that way.
That would be great.
Like Pixar does with shorts. That would be fun.
Yeah, I mean the two movies did have Pixar shorts at the start. We'll talk about that later.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
The Muppets and Muppets Most Wanted both had Pixar shorts before.
That's true.
But do you think they should do like Java or Business?
Yeah, something inspired by that vibe. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be great. I'd be all for that.
They never will. They never.
Right.
Yeah, but it would be nice if they did.
Yeah. They should do some shorts all about Uncle Deadly. People love that guy.
Yeah, that would be good.
Yeah.
But Uncle Deadly's best friend, Miss Piggy, is in this one.
Yep.
She and Kermit, next we see them, Kermit and Piggy are all cuddled up on deck, and Piggy says to her pet anteater, Flaubert, meet Dada, which is pretty cute.
She's wearing a nice dress here. Red and white stripes.
Yeah, she looks great.
Yeah.
As she always does in this movie, I think.
Yep.
I had forgotten that Flaubert makes another appearance at the end here.
Yeah.
So it's kind of nice to see him again.
Yeah, I had kind of forgotten about this whole like celebratory scene at the end.
Yeah.
Frankly, like I always felt like the movie ends with Long John's boat sinking. You know?
Yeah.
I guess that would be a little bit too much of a down note. Like they have to they have to end with something celebratory.
Right. And we continue on because before Kermit can respond to being called the Anteater's Dada, which feels like something Kermit wouldn't care for, but maybe Captain Smollett does,
I don't think Kermit would like that.
Yeah. But then Mr. Arrow walks up and says, "Ready to sail, sir?" And Kermit hands over the reins. Kermit doesn't want to be the captain anymore. He resigns his post. He says, "Where to, Captain Hawkins?" I don't think
Captain
he actually, for the record, before someone corrects me, I don't like on comments. I don't think he actually resigns. I recognize that is not what's happening.
Right.
Yeah. Well, especially because, Jim hasn't gone to, military school or whatever. He's not.
Right.
You can't just promote him to captain right then and there. He hasn't even been a Commodore second class yet.
Yeah, you gotta go to captain school.
Yeah, you gotta go to Gobo's school for explorers.
Yeah.
But Kermit does say, "Where to, Captain Hawkins?" Jim says, "To wherever the wind may take us." And then Gonzo makes a callback.
Lost.
They're going to get so lost, they're just going to sail around.
If that's their plan, yeah.
Gonzo does a callback to the start of the movie and says, "Off to Zanzibar to meet the Zanzibarbarians." Same thing he said right before Something Better. And then Rizzo says, "Oh, brother, here they go again," which he did in that earlier scene.
Yes.
And then they all laugh. Everybody laughs. The Electric Mayhem's playing, which I think it looks great. Like I love that we see this impromptu Electric Mayhem concert as the movie ends.
They do a reprise of Sailing for Adventure.
Oh, right. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, it's Sailing for Adventure with steel drums.
Right.
And I did not see steel drums at first. I was looking. Animal's just playing his drum set. The pigs are playing various kind of bongos and congas. So I was prepared to say that I hope somebody got fired for that blunder. But then I noticed that Dr. Teeth actually looks like he's holding drumsticks. So I assume that we're meant to think that Dr. Teeth is playing the steel drums.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the pigs are joining in.
Yeah, the pigs are all dancing. One very charming touch is that Jim is dancing the hula as we pan past him.
Yeah, I like that.
Seems like he's having a great time.
One thing that I hadn't really thought about before is the pigs are now, like all their crew, their entire crew that they had on the way there, they turned out to be pirates. So they don't have a crew now. So the pigs are basically serving as their new crew.
And you think they should have made a 2 movie about this?
They should have made what?
A 2 movie, a sequel.
A sequel where they're trying to find their way back to Bristol with a crew full of pigs. Yeah, that would have been, why not? I would be interested to see that.
Muppet Treasure Island 2, The Journey Home.
Yeah. And it would be the culture clash between, like, can they get along, the pigs and the officers.
The wacky adventures.
Yeah. And they could have given the pigs a more well-rounded characterization.
Sure, yeah, we could get to know Spat Am a little better.
Yeah, our old pal.
Yeah.
Is Spat Am in this scene? Oh, there he is, yeah.
He's there, he's hanging out, yeah.
Good.
But then we pan all the way past the ship, and the last thing we see here is we just see the very start of some scuba diving rats, but we will pick that up next week.
One of them is lowering a hook into the water.
Yeah, what's the hook for?
Yeah, what could they be doing?
Oh, we'll find out. Well, maybe it's a tribute to the fact that James V. Hart wrote the movie Hook.
Just a little, a little Easter egg for that.
I think it is, yes.
Makes sense.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's the end. So any other thoughts about these 2 minutes before we go? Eric, I'll start with you.
I just have to say, Jim is doing some serious acting there. he looks like he's about to cry
Mm-hmm.
as Kermit walks up, and when Kermit's talking to him, he is selling the hell out of this whole losing this father figure, who turned out to not be as good as he hoped, but he'll just have to live with that now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Ryan, how about you?
I was just gonna note, in the June 1st, 1994 draft of the screenplay, they don't fade to black and then come up on the next morning. This whole ending sequence of the movie takes place, I guess, at night, like right after Long John rows away in his boat. That's when, Kermit comes up, and then everybody's like, oh, here we go. We're going wherever the wind may take us. Which I think this way works much better, because you want this to be a daytime scene and everybody's there. Like this just makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
To have this separate from that. So yeah, that was all.
For sure. All right. And so before we go, Erik, we have 2 questions that we ask all of our guests. The first one is, we sure do.
What are these questions?
You're going to be shocked. You're going to be amazed. Number 17 will blow your mind. First of all, what is your history with the movie Muppet Treasure Island?
Interestingly enough, this is the only Muppet movie that I saw in the theaters during its original run more than once.
Wow.
Okay.
For some reason, my local theater didn't have it, so I remember I had to go downtown to the United Artists Theater. I don't know why. But yeah, I went to see it, and at the end of the movie, I just sort of sat there and I just felt disappointed.
Oh.
And I didn't understand this, because I just watched a Muppet movie, and I shouldn't be disappointed after watching a Muppet movie. And after thinking about it, over the week, I decided to go back and watch it again. So the following weekend, I went back and I watched the movie again, and this time my expectations were much, much lower. And at the end, I was like, oh, yeah, that was a pleasant experience.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. Once you knew what to expect.
Right. And like at the beginning of your podcast season, like earlier this year, I watched it again, and it was like, oh yeah, that was a pleasant movie.
Sure. Put it on the poster. Pleasant. Yep. Erik Browne. All right. And then the second question is, where then would you rank this pleasant experience among the 8 theatrical Muppet films?
So the first 3 would be in my top 3, though not in that order, and then Christmas Carol. And then I put this down after that with like Muppet Most Wanted. I'm not sure which one. Maybe below Muppet Most, I don't know, somewhere around there.
Yeah, above Space and M11 or 2011 movie is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome.
So middling.
Sure.
Right. Sure. Yeah. All right. And that's, what I just realized. Well,
what?
Well, that's the last time we're going to ask these questions this season. Our next guest is a return guest.
We have a return guest from earlier in the season. Yeah.
So they get to find out what that hook is for.
Yeah, it will. It'll be just the 3 of us.
Yeah. Sorry, you won't get to find out.
Yeah, you'll never know.
Never know.
But our listeners will if they come back and join us, because that is it for this one. We'll be back next week. But in the meantime, check out toughpigs.com on the internet, Facebook, Twitter. We don't say Twitter anymore. It's still in the thing. Yeah. Check out toughpigs.com. We're on the internet, Facebook, Blue Sky, Instagram. We're all over the place. You can become a patron of ours on Patreon. You can email us at movingrightalong@toughpigs.com. Before recording, Erik mentioned the 70 Years, 70 Muppets podcast that we're doing at Tough Pigs. I don't think we've plugged that on this show yet.
Oh, I don't know that we have, but we should.
We should, because I'm very proud of it. We're with the Muppets, the actual Muppets Studios are doing a Muppet of the Week for 70 weeks for the Muppets 70th anniversary in 2025. And we at Tough Pigs are doing a short podcast episode about each one as they are announced. And it has no format. It has just been a grab bag of whatever the host wants to do. Yeah. And I think it's been so fun. Ryan and I have both been involved. You haven't yet. You will.
As of this recording, I have not hosted one yet, but
you're on the schedule.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I have thoroughly enjoyed all the other ones that everyone else has been doing.
Yes, they've all been very enjoyable.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you. So that's over at 70 Years, 70 Muppets. Look for that on your podcatcher of choice. You can follow Ryan on Blue Sky at me, Ryan Rowe, and on Letterboxd at Movies Are Neat. You can follow me on Blue Sky at Durwood Clapper and on Letterboxd at Zeppo Marxist. Erik, where can our listeners find you and or your work online?
Probably the best place would be the Tough Pigs Discord server.
Absolutely. You're one of our regulars, one of our most insightful posters, I've always felt.
Why, thank you.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So it's great to have folks like Erik there, and we'd love to have folks like you there too, listener. And that's Tough Pigs Discord. You can find the link to it at the bottom of every Tough Pigs article. And thank you to Morgan Davy for designing our logo. And thank you, listener, for giving us a positive review, positive word of mouth, and a generally positive attitude. We'll be back next week with another episode of Moving Right Along. Goodbye.
Bye.
Slow bear me dada. That was the only line I could remember from the scene.